Hi, this video is going to be about makeup. I've been searching high and low, high and low, high and low, looking for the right makeup. And I think I finally found one. For me, I find it more difficult to find a color that matches. Most of the time, it's too light, where I look dusty and more like I'm in a morgue, or it looks too deep, like too orange or too red or too yellow. I'm always in between. I found that the best makeup company for me was Prescriptives. As you all know, if you know anything about Prescriptives, it's a Estee Lauder company that they discontinued in the stores. And Prescriptives used to be in all the major department stores. They had a wonderful counter. Um, they would mix your foundations to to match you perfectly. So if you found yourself in between colors that they offered, or in between colors that anyone else offered, they would actually blend them so that you can get the color that actually fits your complexion. They would even add product to it to make it oil control or moisturizing or whatever, but it was always perfect foundation. They can do it as a liquid or they could do it as a powder, as a loose powder. I don't think they did it as a press, if I remember right, but it's been about 3 years since they've taken it out of the department stores, and somewhere about 2 or 3 years, and it has been so difficult to find the right color. I was using Elizabeth Arden Intervene liquid foundation, which was really, really good. And it was a wonderful match as long as it was summertime. But of course, our complexion changes in the winter. And we get a little bit lighter, a little more pale. So we need something that can fit that complexion for that time of year. So more than likely, I will probably go back to the Intervene if this one begins to give me problems. So with no further ado, the makeup that I have finally found that works for me is Lancome Photogenic Luminescence. It is awesome. I have it in color Suede 0N. I don't know what that means. I think N means neutral because um, some of them will say W on the bottom. I'm not sure, but this is for normal to dry skin. I have combination skin, so I have the T-zone, and then I'm really dry in my cheek area. And this time of year, I'm more blended, where my T-zone is not as oily because it is very cold here. Actually, today it is below zero. This makeup is very illuminating in that it doesn't matte your face, but it doesn't make your face shine like grease. So the reason I chose it is because it blends really good into my natural complexion. You really can't see a difference in my own skin and the makeup. It just kind of blends it out and evens it out. Plus, I don't like a lot of makeup. I don't like to look like someone I've created. I like to look like who I am, but just enhanced, as the Bible say. um, we just want to beautify ourselves. The Bible says, "Beautify the meek shall be beautified by salvation." But we know in the natural, we need to enhance our beauty. So we try to do, foundations and powders and things of that nature. I do have a powder which I'll talk about in another video, but for this video, can I get Photogenic Luminescence? This is Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Now, I'm going to try to put a little bit on here. And this is another thing I like, a pump. I don't understand why a manufacturer is still making foundation with a hole, like you can pour it out. Who wants to do that? That is not appropriate. It gets too much bacteria in there. You're like turning it over with your fingers, pouring it into your hands. Too much is getting in there. This way, no bacteria is really getting in through this little hole. Plus, you have a nice little cap. I I personally don't understand why manufacturers are still doing that. Charge like $2 more and put a pump on your foundation, please. Okay, but you don't have to, because this is the foundation I like. It has a pump. So any other manufacturer that does not have a pump, don't worry about it. I will not be buying your product anyway. All right, so that was kind of rude. I won't buy your product because most of the time it does not work. Now that's a better way of saying it. It would be helpful if you would put a pump. Okay, so that sounded better. Now, here is the way it pumps out. And I'm trying to get it. I'm just doing some light strokes. How? See how it just kind of blends in? It's not the right color for the back of my hand, but that's how light it just blends in, and it's on your face and you don't feel it. It's just wonderful. And it has sunscreen 15 in it. Even now, I don't know if you can see just a little bit of sheen. I don't know if you can see that. I can see just a little bit of sheen on it. And that's all you need. I don't like to look dull. I like to look like I am alive. So a little bit of sheen, a little bit of a dewy finish is a wonderful thing for me. Like I said, it's a wonderful foundation. I got it directly from their website, Lancome-USA.com. I'll put the link below so you can just have quick access to it. But it is really a nice makeup. For those of you who have combination skin or who have problems finding makeup that matches, give them a try. They have colors that can probably blend with your complexion as well, from light to dark. I just happen to be pretty much right in the middle, and it works, and I really like it. So, and it has, I pretty much put it on like 7 o'clock in the morning, about 3 o'clock or so, maybe 2 o'clock. I may put a little powder on to make it, freshen up. But for the most part, I don't have to do that. I can go pretty much all day just wearing it. And it looks lovely, and I love it. I shouldn't say I love it, but I like it a whole lot. With that being said, you have a blessed day, and keep God first in your life.